Alright, I got my coffee. What's up, everybody? Eric, welcome aboard. November 832 Papa Whiskey. It's Piper Cherokee 180. We're going to do about an hour and 16-minute flight today over to Grants Pass. So, we're all cold and dark sitting on the ramp here at the Sun River Airport, just south of Bend, Oregon. So let's go ahead and jump in here and start setting up. So first things first, we're gonna want to remove the pitot covers, tie downs, wheel chocks, and we can jump into the cabin. And get the door shut. Lock that. And we're good. Let me just pull up this checklist and we'll start setting up. Alright, right, of course, it's the next logical thing. We'll check our controls, aileron right and left, or left and right I should say. And the elevator up and down, rudder left and right, all the things working. Alright, so let's see, avionics are off and we get the ignition master switch on. We'll check our fuel quantity. We got about 30 gallons worth of fuel, about equal in both tanks there, so that should be more than enough to get us down to Grants Pass. And we'll make sure it doesn't really matter, they're both equal, so we'll just start with the left tank today. And then we'll check the flaps with all three notches extended and retracted. Let's see, what else? Fuel, elevator trim should be set to neutral, and we can get the beacon on, which I believe is the orange one. Yeah, there we go. Before I get the engine started, I might as well show you guys what our flight plan looks like today, or what I'm planning on doing. So let me pull up Sky Vector really quick. Here we go. Okay, so we're down here on the ground in Central Oregon, just south of Bend. Airport right here. We're at the Sun River Airport, Sierra 21. I believe the last time I checked the weather, the winds were out of the north. So we're probably going to take off runway 36, enter a left traffic, and depart to the southwest on the bearing heading 200 direct. Wow, where did we go? We're going to fly direct to the what is it called? VOR, Oscar Echo Delta. Wow, where the heck are we? South America for some reason. It's weird. All right. Yeah, let me just confirm. It's the Rogue Valley VOR, bearing 200, and then we're going to depart Rogue Valley to the west on a heading of 256, and that should fly us directly to the Grants Pass Airport. So nice and simple flight plan today, nothing too complicated, and we're going to have some pretty scenery on the way. We're going to be passing Mount Thielsen and Crater Lake, which is going to be pretty cool. We might actually divert from our flight plan a little bit and fly around Crater Lake for a minute, and then we'll continue on course after that. So that's pretty much the flight plan today. So let's jump back into the flight deck and into the cabin, and we'll start the engines. Alright, wheel brakes, parking brakes are set, carb heat is off, Fuel selector's on the left side. Master switch is on. Electric fuel pump. We'll test that. We hear that little sound, and we have fuel pressure. So that's good. We'll prime. Robocop, what's up? Welcome aboard. Krager37, hello. You just subbed, thank you very much, appreciate that. Tony, welcome aboard as well. Yep, doing a little bit of VFR tonight, or today, this afternoon I should say. Later tonight we're going to do the event, we're going to fly into the FNO in Denver. Let's see, how many times did I prime this? Just once? I don't even remember. So we'll just do it one more time and lock it back into place. Mixture, rich, just to get the engine started here. Crack the throttle a bit. Yell, clear prop, and we'll put the magnetos on both, if I can. There we go, all the way, and ignition. Starter. Alright, there we go, get a little bit of power going. Put her about 1,000 RPM. Oops. So, that's good enough, and we want to lean the mixture out, especially since we are at a high density altitude. This, I believe, this airport is at 4,100 mean sea level. So we're definitely gonna want to pay attention to that, and we'll probably take off with a leaned mixture as well. Let's see, that's pulling it out already gives us a better RPM, so we'll reduce the throttle a little bit. Alright, that's good where it's at. Alright. And we'll check engine gauges. Oil pressure is in the green, fuel pressure is in the green, oil temperature is warming up. We got some ampage going on, and we can leave the nav lights off since it's daytime. We'll want to make sure the altimeter is set correctly, so we'll get weather check at Bend Airport. They're reporting winds variable at 6. I think the meter before this said they were out of the north. Yeah, it was 300 at 5. So we'll go ahead and play it safe. Take off runway 36. Let's see. 10-mile visibility, clear skies. Temperature 19er, dew point 3. Altimeter 29er85. So we'll make sure that's set 29er. 85, that's about right. Let me just press B. Wait, what? 29er8. This is 80. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be about 29er85. What, it said 29er85, right? 29er85, yep. But we'll press B, and that'll give a perfect altimeter reading. So anyway, and then we'll want to make sure our heading is set correctly. We're pretty much pointed west right now. That's right on. And our initial heading will stay to the north for now as we depart. Heading set, radio master. And we'll make sure we're set to the advisory frequency 122.8. Alright, sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. Corey, welcome aboard. You're called to flying Barcelona to Rome. No problem. Yes, I know that we need a lot of right rudder. So anyway, I think that's about it. We can start our taxi over to the to runway 36, and we'll do a run up over there. So let's see. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So we just need to go left down to the south side. Alright, Tony, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is tune the VOR frequency. But we'll make sure to do that. Can also get the transponder on standby. And we're squawking 1200. No, this is not PMDG, this is from A2A. Which also very exceptional products, great quality. Yeah, I don't have too much experience in this plane. So, yeah, I did all my real-life training in a Cessna, which is a little bit different, but pretty much the same instruments and whatnot. And of course, the physics doesn't change no matter what plane you're flying, so that always helps. What are rapid rewards? Rewards are just a cool way to kind of track how much time you spend watching the stream. The more you watch, the more you earn. I believe I have it set it at for every hour you watch, you get about 100 rapid rewards. Alright, let's do our run up. I'll try to spin this around real quick and we'll face into the wind. Any wind there is anyway. Most likely going to be coming out of the north. Alright, that's good enough. And I'll make sure the parking brake is set. And because we're doing a high density altitude takeoff, I was just watching a YouTube video about this earlier today. I think we actually want to set full throttle for this run up. So instead of 2,000, we'll go all the way to like 2,500. So let me just pull that up real quick, actually. And then we'll kind of mess around with the mixture to find out what's the best setting for takeoff. See if we can get up there. Seats cutting there, so probably best performance. Let's see if what happens if I put it all the way in. I think we get a little bit more bow right there is going to be the best position for that. Alright, let's check the mags. Go to the right. Got a slight drop. Back to both, and then to the left one, slight drop, and back to both. RP to pull that out. Slight drop and put it back in. Alright, we're good. Am I going to do a flight yet later? Yes, we're going to do a couple 737 flights. We're going to do Dallas Love to Denver, and then Denver to Salt Lake City. Alright, and then let's put this back to 1,000 if I can. And all the engine instruments are in the green: oil pressure, fuel pressure, oil temperature. And before we depart, let me make sure I got the VOR frequency in. We're going to want to tune to Rogue Valley. I should have already done this on the ramp, but better late than never. 113.6. So I'll put that over here. 113.6. And that should pop up over here. If I got that right, 113.6. Come on, nav 1. Whoops. And we're going to be flying the, what did I say, 200 bearing into Rogue Valley. So we can set that here. Where's 200? So we can go over this way. Heading 200. Oh, it's over here. Wait, no, that's 190. 200. Right about there. Something like that. Oh, that's weird. Maybe we're out of range. It was working yesterday. One 3.6. Let me try putting it in this one real quick. That's not picking it up. I wonder if they changed the frequency or something. Whatever, we'll set our transponder to altitude reporting, and let me swing this all the way around and see if it doesn't seem like I'm picking anything up on this frequency. So that's annoying. Still want your landing lights on even in daylight hours so other planes can see you take off and landing. You don't have to use landing lights. I mean, it's all pilot preference, whatever you think is necessary. Princess Kate, what's up? Welcome aboard. I'm doing very well, except I can't pick up this VOR for some reason. What the heck? So I'm just trying to figure that out real quick. 113.6, yeah, that's so weird. I don't know why. Alright, no worries. We'll figure it out. Let's we can go ahead and get airborne at least, and we're gonna be departing to the southwest, heading 200, and we'll do that after we enter left traffic. So let me see, I just want to start this clock just so we have a timer going for the fuel. If I remember how to do this. Let's see, I think like that. Alright, there we go, it's moving, counting. So we can go ahead and get on the runway. Flight control, elevator set, mixture is set, carb heat off. Now we'll get the fuel pump on. And we're good. Let's take off. Okay, full throttle. Keep it centered. Airspeed's live. And we can slowly rotate. Let's see if we can climb at about 80 knots. Alright, 5,100 is about the pattern altitude. So we got about 300 feet to go. Go ahead and start making this left turn. Crosswind. There's pattern altitude. So pitch power trim. And we'll continue all the way down downwind, and we're out of here to the southwest. Gotta go, no problem, Kragers 37s. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you later. About a beam in the numbers, we can go ahead and make this right turn to the southwest, heading 200, and we'll start our climb all the way up to 10,500. So we'll go ahead and put in full throttle, get a nice climb rate going. Oops, that's probably a little bit too far to the 210, 1200. Let me make sure to get this bug where we want it. Kind of follow this heading. Actually, we might have to stay under these clouds to maintain VFR here, so we'll maintain. Oh, maybe I should have just stayed where we were, 5,500. These clouds look scary now. And I'm hoping this VOR is just a range problem. I don't know how. What is the range for VORs? I thought they go like 300 miles or something like that. 300-mile radius or something like that. So I don't think we're definitely not that far away. Well, hopefully we can find a gap in these clouds and we'll climb to 10,500. Night hours, I'm about 7 or 8 hours out. Damn. Still a long ways to go. Oh yeah, I need to make sure to get the fuel pump off. There we go. Master on. Oh, whoops, we're descending a bit. Just set the trim, make sure, maintain 5,500 for now. Just want to make sure we got plenty of clearance with these clouds. And we'll get the altitude hold set. Oh, that's good enough. Wait, did it work? No, it didn't. Oh, you might have to have the heading selected on. Okay, now we get that on, and then can we hold altitude? There we go. And I think we want this on the heading mode, so that it will kind of follow this. We're kind of drifting back to the south. Obviously, do our best to maintain visual separation with all this terrain. We are going to need a higher altitude. Damn, these clouds are. It's definitely not a quintessential day for VFR, but like the last couple of days were beautiful. Just clear skies, not a single cloud in sight. To South Africa. Let me know how that goes. Okay, maybe we're gonna have to see if I can tune to like another VOR, just so I can have some kind of reference to where I'm at. I don't understand why that isn't working. Pass near OED. N832PW. That's also what AirNav is saying too, so I don't know. Wow. Alright, I think we'll be able to climb up another 1,000 feet. So let me get altitude hold off and put in some power. Interesting. Climb through the clouds? I can't. I'm VFR. We can't. We gotta stay away from clouds. Oh, holy crap! I think we just picked up the VOR. Nice. Oh, let's confirm that. OED. Perfect. I guess it was just a range issue. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, we're just a tiny bit off course. So what we're going to do is turn to the left a bit, just head south, and that should put us back. Alright, let's make sure we're maintaining 6,500 for the moment. I can still maintain visibility. Not that there's going to be any other traffic, but if you want to keep it real. Where's that long haul? We'll do a long haul sometime soon. I definitely want to get a long haul in as well. But let's see. I kind of got plans for the next couple days. So probably Monday I'll do a long haul. We are about 90 miles out from Rogue Valley. Let's see, our minimum altitude is going to be 9,500 according to these charts, so we're definitely going to want a higher altitude pretty soon. Hopefully we get some clearing in these clouds. Alright, altitude hold for the time being. Looks like we're slowly coming back onto our bearing. turn. This. There it is. I want to trim up. No, this way. Back RoboCop, do a barrel row. Started this morning in Dulles. Yeah, that's a good idea for doing long hauls. Alright, I'm wondering if we have like enough space to like climb above these, because I'm feeling kind of low to the ground. Actually, let's turn back to the left a little bit just so we avoid this little hill. Make sure we're just stay safe over here. Besides, there actually might be a little clearing if we turn more south. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going to the left here, and we'll start our climb. Just try to get to a higher altitude. Just got to avoid these clouds. Oh wait, I have altitude. Hold on. Turn that off. looks like we could be able to slip through this, in between these two cloud layers right here. That's what I'm just, wow. Alright, we'll deviate to the south a little bit. Just make sure we stay out of these clouds. In fact, give it another left turn a little bit more. higher. And we'll start this turn back over to the southwest. Or actually, we'll see if we can get higher than that. I filed our cruise altitude at 10,500. So that actually might be a more viable altitude. See if it'll put us in between these two layers of clouds. To 9,000. Oh my god, it looks kind of crowded over here. I want to slip through this. We need to get a little bit higher. Actually, I think we'll start our turn back that direction. You're at 40,000 feet. Actually, we're going to go back. We're just going to play it safe. Kind of come over here where it's a little bit more clear. Yeah, just a little too congested over there with the clouds, so I should have took clouds into account today. I probably would have put in a little extra fuel, but we should have enough. Still got about a little bit more than 50%. Almost 10,000, 10,500 is what we're looking at. I don't know if we're going to be able to cruise at 10,500 though. Looks like all these clouds are about our altitude. But it looks like we're getting a little bit higher. We'll see what we can do here. And I gotta remember to drink my coffee before it gets cold. There's 10,500. Let's see if we can level off here and see what it looks like. We actually might be able to pull this off. Oops, don't want to descend there. 0 vertical speed. Go ahead and get the altitude hold back on. Just the trim is necessary. Then we're definitely going to want to turn, but I don't know what would be the best option. We're probably going to be able to squeeze through here. Might want to turn a little bit to the left. maximum altitude for this aircraft is. But I guess we could find out. Well, we seem to be alright here. What does it want? Trim down, probably. Yep, trim down. Wait, that's up. Why am I going up? No, down. I'm an idiot. Whoa, we are way too close to this cloud right now. Hopefully the wind clears up a little bit as we get closer. About 70 miles out now. You're in a 747? How am I liking the single prop? Oh man, I'm loving it. Honestly, at first I was like, oh, this is gonna be so boring, but once you actually just hop in and do some VFR flying, it's actually pretty fun. I mean, the last time I did VFR flying was when I was actually taking lessons. So it's actually pretty inspiring to go take some more lessons whenever I get some money. Okay, let's turn back to the south. Go around these clouds. Keep it south. We're not too much far off course. We're only like 2 degrees. So that's good. Try to maintain that, and we'll see if we can find any visual landmarks. Like I said before departure, we are going to be flying over near what is this mountain called? Mount Thielsen, which has a peak of 9,182 feet, and Crater Lake, which will be fun. We might do a little bit of flying if I think that we have enough fuel. Speaking of fuel, I think it's about time to switch fuel tanks over to the right. So we'll do that. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Man, I wish we were flying over there. Wouldn't have to worry about these clouds so much, but make sure we stay at least pretty close to the bearing that we want, which is about 200. That'll be this direction. But we'll probably just stay deviated to the left of our actual flight plan because of weather. This looks a little bit better on the east side of these mountains, so we'll stay over here. Long haul are you doing tonight? I'm not doing a long haul tonight. Tonight we're going to do a couple 737 Southwest flights, Dallas Love Field to Denver, and then we'll continue from Denver to Salt Lake City after that. So just a couple short hops, and it's the VATSIM F&O this evening. So that means full ATC and lots of traffic. So it should be lots of fun. Man, I keep wishing this thing had like a terrain radar. That would be like super useful. But no, we should be clear of all terrain on this route at 10,500. Though the terrain looks to be deceiving, but we are actually higher than this peak. Not that I'm gonna try to fly right over the peak anyway, but we'll be safe flying over here. Trim down. Hopefully we get a visual of Crater Lake pretty soon. I think this mountain might be, what, I can never remember the name, Mount Thielsen. That would make sense. So we're gonna kinda, okay, I kinda see where we are on this VFR map, so. Or there should be two peaks as we pass. Okay, I think that I see what it means. There's like a peak right here and then another peak over here. So this is Mount Thielsen. We're just to the northeast, heading southwest, so right after we pass this mountain, we should be flying right over Crater Lake. So it actually kind of worked out being deviated like this. Fly over Crater Lake, get a couple cool pictures for the thumbnail, and we'll be on our way to Grants Pass. So after Crater Lake, it shouldn't be a very long flight to the Rogue Valley VOR, and then it's just a short flight west of there, about 20 miles. And then there lies Grants Pass Airport. Clouds are pretty much at our altitude. Let me see what our minimum altitude could be after this mountain. 9,300, so. But after we get out to the west side of Crater Lake, we can will be safe to descend a little lower, about 6,500 minimum en route altitude. Slightly to the south. Make sure we're a safe distance from the terrain and these clouds. And avoid any kind of wind drafts from all these hills. real though. Oh wow, we actually got some nice sea views. Alright, oh wow, we have a visual of Crater Lake straight ahead, so we're gonna fly straight over there and just maybe kind of fly around the perimeter and hopefully get some cool shots. So yeah, as you can see, we're technically above this peak, but I wouldn't want to be any lower than 10,500. You know, obviously, especially if you are like IFR. South, and we'll kind of do a little tour of the Crater Lake, which I think is pretty recognizable as a Oregon icon. It's sort of an iconic symbol for the state. I think it's actually on one of the license plates. I've actually been to Crater Lake in real life a couple times. It's a pretty amazing place. Wow, it's like it's actually a lot bigger than it looks when you're flying like overhead on on an airline flight. Flying in and out of Portland, I've been able to spot Crater Lake, and it looks tiny from 30,000 feet. So this should be a lot more exciting than just flying overhead. So peace out, Mount Thielsen. It's cool flying by. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to turn left slightly, and we'll kind of fly around the perimeter, and then we'll depart, get some nice pictures, and then we'll head out to the west and try to get back onto our bearing of 200 into the Rogue Valley VOR. Trim down. Obviously we're off the 200 bearing, but it was kind of my plan to come out and fly around the lake. I guess it would be cool to keep in mind. I mean, they call this Crater Lake for a reason. Anybody know? Oh, it would have been cool if I actually did some little bit of research about what we scientifically know. Like, I wonder how old this crater is. But obviously some kind of asteroid or meteor. Or maybe even a comet of some kind. Because this thing's pretty big. I mean, something obviously pretty big. Struck the Earth. I can't zoom out anymore. This would be a cool thumbnail. There we go. See if I can get a couple shots. So Kate. Back over to the west, and we're kind of pretty far off course right now. We'll see if we can kind of fly. We'll probably heading 240 and kind of re-intercept. Hopefully, anyway. Don't have to avoid too much more clouds. Yeah, this is so beautiful. After this, I'm gonna have to do some research on this crater, because this is actually huge. I wonder what the square mileage is. I mean, I can't even really get the whole thing in frame this close. We might actually be able to descend, get under these clouds real quick. There's not too much terrain on the west side of Crater Lake. It valleys out down to 6,500, I think, is the minimum altitude. Alright, let me just get one last picture, and we'll be on our way to Grants Pass. Alright, this one's probably going to be the thumbnail. I almost got the whole lake in the frame. There we go. Take a picture of that. It's beautiful. Alright. And let's deviate for these clouds, make a left turn. And actually I'm going to start our descent. See if we can, because it looks like we might have some problems at this altitude. So we're gonna get the altitude hold off, cut the throttle, brought the power down, start a nice descent. We should be okay, like south heading. See if we can get under these clouds. Ugandan Knuckles, what's up? Welcome aboard. Alright, yeah. Pull more power than that. Let's see, what time is it? About 1 hour. We can probably want to switch back to the left tank. Whoa, that's a descent rate. But let's see. Actually, we could probably wait a couple more minutes before switching tanks. Alright, so let's see. Let's swing around this little peak right here and see if we can get under these clouds and slip into the valley, because I want to get a little bit more west right now. Too bad we're not flying on the east side of the Cascades. It's much better visibility over here. But this should be fun. We'll see if it looks like we might be able to slip down into this valley, and then see if we can intercept the 200 bearing to Rogue Valley. Kind of on the 216 bearing right now, so we got a few degrees to go. Let's see, we probably want to get a little bit lower. try to slip through this valley right here. And we'll turn it to the right. Coming through 8,000 now. Love to see you in VATSIM. Are you flying for any events? Yes, later tonight we're going to do an event. There's an event in Denver, so we're going to fly in and out of Denver tonight, so that should be pretty fun. But it doesn't start for a few hours, so we're just killing time doing a little VFR flight. We're getting into the thick of it. We're doing a little bit of bush flying. But I just want to get under these clouds. I would rather be below these clouds than above them. And we'll see if we can get out of these this mountain range. I think, let me refer to the sectional. Actually, okay, we're just south. 9,500 apparently is the altitude, is the minimum altitude in this sector, but we're fine. We got visual of all the terrain, and we're heading west, so it'll valley out the farther west we go, down to a minimum altitude of 6,500, and then we'll be fine. Oh wait, that's actually 6,500 right now. To climb back up. Should have been paying more attention to that. Alright, and I'll actually put the altitude hold back on 6,500. What do you have to do to become mod? We just get to know me, and it helps to be a YouTuber or a flight simulator yourself, or a real world pilot or whatever. Just so we share the same kind of enthusiasm, or maybe enthusiasm's not necessarily the right word, but we'll be flying a long haul Dubai to Auckland. By Oslo. Cool. Tomorrow, if I reach home late, so we'll be doing Oslo tomorrow. Cool, that sounds fun. I hope you have a good flight. Flight sim sometimes, okay? What? Yeah, no problem, Ugandan. Knuckles. Do altitude hold for the time being. Oh, I think this is this must be Prospect State Airport. So that's perfect. We're going to be coming right once we get over to the west side of this airport. We're going to be back on course, and we'll just turn to the southwest a little bit more, and we'll be we're not far from. We're about 30 miles from the Rogue Valley VOR. My dad hijacks my plane while... Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, guys. I don't think there's anything wrong with flight sim, especially for a video game. It's like super educational. I think that's a little lake. What lake is that? Or it's actually, oh yeah, it's Lost Creek Lake. So we'll pretty much fly over that, and then we'll be... That's awesome. We got some nice visual landmarks. So we can actually go ahead and turn this to the southwest. Let's just do heading 220. Let's see, 6,500. I'll probably want to maintain 6,500 for the rest of the flight. I mean, we could go later. We might have to go lower. This cloud looks pretty low. Well, I don't know how you could compare flight sim to a first-person shooter, but I mean, there's literally no violence in simulators or anything. I mean, I guess if you crash, I guess that's technically violent, but nothing over-the-top destruction of any kind. Doesn't view it as a simulation. Yeah, I can sort of see that, but yeah, I guess there's a thin line between a simulation and a video game. In some people's eyes. On the simulator right now, I'd probably be trying to fly in real life. Yeah, I mean, if I had the money, I would be doing this flight in real life right now. Slowly coming back onto course. We're on the about 209 bearing now. We're looking for 200. Would you be flying me places? I could fly you places. Yeah, I mean, if I had my private pilot's license. Loud passengers. Alright, we're starting to get a little bit closer, so let's get a weather check at for the Medford. It's MFR. Okay, meter. Medford's reporting winds 320 at 13 knots, so the northwest. 10-mile visibility broken at 9,000. And there's an overcast at 11,000, so that's good. That's why we wanted to drop down to a lower altitude. So we should be fine at 6,500. Temperature 132.2, altimeter 3001. So we can probably go ahead and set 3001. That's going to change things a bit. Actually, I'll just slowly set it up as we get closer over there. Or I could press B. Well, yeah, that pretty much sets us at 3001. Alright, we'll just leave it there then. Yeah, I usually never fly VFR, but I was lucky enough to acquire this Piper Warrior, so I just recently started doing it, and it's pretty fun. It's definitely a refresher from like doing IFR all the time. It was great to go kind of refresh my memory on all the VFR stuff. You know, airspace and traffic patterns and all that good stuff. But so far I haven't had to talk to any ATC. But eventually we'll do a VFR flight with some ATC. That could be cool. Or maybe even do an IFR flight in this plane. That could definitely be interesting. But for now, we'll keep it VFR. Okay, we're about 17.5 miles from Rogue Valley. We should be crossing Rogue Valley in about 11 minutes, and then it's just another 20 miles to Grants Pass. So we'll probably be landing in about 20 minutes. Get on the sim, not even an hour, I get beat. That's really stupid and sucks. We're on the right tank. Okay, I gotta remember to switch this one more time before we land. But we'll wait a few more minutes. Maybe about an hour and 30 minutes we'll switch. That's why I barely play on the sim. That's a bummer. Feel I'm sorry to hear that. Alright, cool. We're getting closer to that 200 bearing, so we're going to make this slight left turn and we'll be direct Rogue Valley. And that means we're almost there. So not too much longer, guys. And then this will be pretty much perfect timing. It's about 2 o'clock my local time. We're going to get there about 2:30, 2:20, 2:30, so that'll give me some time to take a break, get some lunch or something, and then we'll be on. And then I'll start setting up for the next flight to from Dallas Love to Denver. We'll do a Southwest Airlines flight for the F&O. Let's see. I was looking on VATSIM earlier, and there's already a bunch of inbound flights to Denver. There's already 19 arrivals right now. Lots of people coming in from Europe, a lot of London, Frankfurt. So I think it's going to be a pretty popular event. So hopefully it doesn't get too busy, so it's like just completely chaotic and like so busy it's unrealistic, and you just get put into a hold. Alright, we'll make this slight left turn, make sure we're going to intercept this 200 bearing. You gotta go. Okay, no problem, Uganda Knuckles. You're gonna come back in like 20 minutes? Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by in the meantime. So we'll probably start even turning a little bit more. There's 201. Perfect. What I'll actually do is make sure this is on nav 1, and we can switch to track low. I'm just gonna wait for this to get to exactly 200, and then we can hit track low, and that'll set the autopilot so it tracks this 200 bearing direct to Rogue Valley. What? We're back at 202. That's not right. Okay, let me turn back to the right slightly. Bring me to 200. And that kind of matches this. Slightly off to the right. Or slightly off to the left. We are. There's 201. there's 200. Let's switch to track low, and that should keep us on this 200 bearing. It's turning us slightly to the left, so that's perfect. And it looks like we're right on course. We're almost pretty close. 119er, but that should keep us on about 200. And we'll just keep our eye out on the distance. We got about 3 minutes before we hit the VOR, about 6 miles to the northeast. So let me pull up this chart one more time. Let's see what are we gonna be looking for visually. Alright, so once we are over Rogue Valley VOR, there's going to be a small airfield directly below us, and then we'll also keep an eye out for Rogue Valley International Medford Airport, which will be just to the south of the VOR. And we'll depart. We're going to want to depart VOR heading 256, and that'll bring us directly to Grants Pass Airport. Oh, what's it's starting to rain a little bit. Let me see. This actually might be that private airport I was just talking about. Although on the chart it's supposed to be... Where is it? It's supposed to be to the north. Or it should be on our right side. And let's see, what else should I be looking for? I-5, we could try to find Interstate 5, which will be running from the, well, it runs, you know, north to south, but in this corridor it's going to be going from west to east, so we might be able to find visual of that. And that actually, if we follow I-5, we could that'll take us to the airport as well. Alright, we're about 2.5 mile DME, so I'm looking, okay, there we go, that should be Medford International. And I-5 runs just along the west coast, so this is I-5 right here. So we could just turn right and follow this highway to the airport, but we're going to be on heading 256. 256. Two 50 1 2 3 4 5 6, something like that. Slowly coming in. Alright, it's behind us. What? Alright, we gotta start this turn. Sorry guys, not looking at the chat. Alright, peace out, Ugandan. Thanks for watching. I don't know if the stream might be over in 30 minutes, but we'll be back up later today with some more flights. What's up, Kate? We want to switch this to from, and we are supposed to be on 256, so we can, I don't know, that's coming back. Alright, we just got a few miles. We're looking for this to be at about 21 miles, and we will be over the airport. But we'll see if we can get a visual, and let me make sure what we got to do on the chart. Airport elevation 1,130, so pattern altitude is going to be 1,230, so about 1,200. Lighting with restrictions, 4,000 foot runway, and it looks like we're going to land runway 31. So we'll probably just end up doing kind of like a straight-in approach. Or I actually might be able to fly over the field, and then we'll enter a left downwind for runway 31. That could work too. What time will I be streaming again? We're going to depart Dallas Love at about 4 or 4:30 Mountain Time. So I think that's what, 5 or 6 o'clock Eastern. Alright, I actually have to pee really quick, so I'm going to run and do that before we get any closer. I'll be right back, guys. Cap 4653, welcome aboard. What's going on? Let's see, where are we at? Alright, we got a little bit farther to go. Yeah, I think this is the I-5 right here, so as long as we keep that in sight, that'll run straight to the airport as well. Hopefully these mountains won't be a huge problem coming in. Actually, it might be better if we follow I-5. That way we could just do a straight in for runway 36. Either that, or we'll most likely fly over the airfield and then enter left downwind for 31. But I'm unfamiliar with the area, so option 2 might be the best one to go with. I think the airport's going to be just over these hills. We're coming back on that. We're going to want the 256 radial. So we're about, we got about 5 degrees, and then we'll make a slight left turn, and that'll take us directly over the field. Now it's raining. What the heck? That's on the weather report. The weather's changed a little bit. Medford is now reporting winds 300 at 9er, 10-mile visibility, few at 5,000, overcast at 7,500, temperature 14, dew point 2, altimeter 3001. So we'll make sure that our altimeter still set 3001. somebody subbed that I missed. Hold on a sec. Do I like Piper? Yeah. Obviously, I'm flying Piper now, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. Let's see, Juan Carlos has subscribed. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Sorry, I missed that. How do you get the localizer in small planes? You would want to set the frequency, and then it's pretty simple. It's actually been a long time since I've done anything, any instrument approaches or anything, but I believe you would want to put in your frequency on the nav on the nav what is it called, radio stack, and then you will tune like your approach heading into here, and then this white line will kind of tell you where the localizer is, if that makes any sense. But I'm definitely no expert. In the future, I'll see if we can do some instrument approaches and demonstrate for you guys. But it's also kind of the same thing with VOR navigation. Like for example, right now I'm tuned into the Rogue Valley VOR, which is on 113.6. And this I have a radial of 256 set right here. So as you can see, we're a little bit off course. It's the course we want to be to is off to our right over here. So if we wanted to really get back on the course, we would make a slight right turn. And this arrow is telling us that the VOR is behind us. So we're coming from Rogue Valley right now. Oh, okay, I think I have a visual of Grants Pass. So I think, yeah, I think the most logical thing to do is going to be to fly over the field, and then we'll enter left downwind for runway 31. Welcome back, Kate. And I was approaching to Chicago Aurora and assessed the 172. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. I hope that went well for you. Alright, so we kind of have the visual just off our nose, so we'll kind of just make small adjustments here. Fly over. Or you know what? I think it will be more fun to follow the highway in. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to turn left to the south, and we're going to start our descent. We have a GPS, we can confirm that is 3 Sierra 8, so that is the airport that I am looking for. It's a good thing about GPS is that you can make sure that you are in fact landing at the right airport. So we'll try to drop as much altitude as we can, get down kind of to that pattern altitude, and we'll kind of follow the highway visually to the runway, which we have in sight, so it shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta shed some altitude, and we'll make this right turn up I-5. Was good, right on, cool. First general aviation flight was in the Piper 340. Awesome. I would demonstrate the localizer right now, except I don't think this airport has any. They have RNAV approach and oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong airport. No, yeah, I was going to say they only have a couple GPS approaches that we could do. Unfortunately, but it's fine. Next time we'll see if I can do some instrument navigation instrument approaches. What did I say the airport elevation was? 1,130, so 2,100 for the pattern altitude. Well, let's begin our turn to the west here. Make sure we keep that runway in sight. Go. Alright, I think this is I-5, so we're gonna, follow this back up to the northwest. Okay, there it is, Keep coming back over to the north. Should you get this plane, I would recommend it. I've only done a few flights in it, but it's great so far. All the aircraft systems are super accurate, and it flies. It's amazing to hand fly too. Alright, we are looking great right now. We need to switch back to the other tank. Better late than never. Alright, so no, next page, what am I doing? Descent. Extra rich. Alright, we're be coming on to final, so I'll go ahead and get mixture rich, the fuel pump on, and we got the fullest tank selected. And I'm going to go ahead and throw on the landing light since we got a little bit of precipitation right now. Just to, okay, make sure we get heading 310. We're almost down to that pattern altitude. Not that we're flying the pattern at all, we're just doing it straight in. But any other aircraft that are currently in the pattern just makes them easier to see, and for them to see me if we're all at the same altitude. Or rather defined, I guess. Because everybody's on the same level. Alright, so let's get this autopilot off. And let's fly this visually. There's I-5. Make sure that we're getting slowed down here. Let's do notch of flaps. I gotta practice my approaches in this. I always come in too high, so we'll try to avoid that this time. And actually come in on an approach speed. Let's do another notch of flaps. There we go, that looks pretty good. Whoa, whoa, there's a tower right ahead of that. Thanks, whoever put that there, working at Microsoft. We have the runway made, we can cut the power. Come on, there we go. Alright, not bad. And we'll just go up to the next left. Thanks, Cap. Oh, whoa. Okay, we're going up to the next one. Forgot to brake. Alright, wait. Let's see. We can get it cleaned up a bit. Get the flaps up. Mixture out a bit. And we'll take this left. Landing lights off. Fuel pumps off. And we'll see if we can find a parking spot. Welcome to Grants Pass, everybody. If you enjoyed that approach and arrival, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Or if you enjoyed the whole video, for that matter. Let's see if am I going the right way? I have no idea what I'm doing. Top down. All right, let's see. I don't know. Let's just go up to. Actually, we'll just pull in over here. Well, this is pretty much quintessential weather for Oregon. Got a little bit of rain and some overcast skies. So that was really fun to fly in. And thanks, Kate. Bye, X-Plane 11. One day, I'll acquire X-Plane 11. I have the demo right now. But eventually, one day, I'll update to both P3D and X-Plane, just to have the option available. Alright, and we'll pull into this first parking spot. Stop her there. Wow, these brakes really suck. But let's go ahead and cut the fuel. Get the mags off. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've made it all the way to the parking. Get some fresh air in here. And let's shut her all the way down. Beacon can come off. Oh, wait. Probably won't. Off. Alright. There we go. Pretty much cold and dark. Okay, so we can hop out and tie it down, put the pitot cover on, wheel chocks, and tie downs. And this is we'll leave her until we do another VFR flight. Sorry, I'm just going back through this, the chat, see if I missed anything important. Don't forget to demonstrate the localizer. Yeah, unfortunately this airport doesn't have a localizer or ILS, so I was unable to do that. But next time, we'll see if we can fly into a bigger airport that has an ILS or something. And did I get this plane off the Steam? No, I was lucky enough someone actually gave me this plane. When the stream ends, do you want to talk on Discord? You can go ahead and send me a message, but after this I'm going to get some food, and then we're going to be setting up for the next leg of the day. Dallas, Love Field to Denver. So I invite everybody to come join me on that flight, which is for the VATSIM event this evening in Denver. So that means full ATC, lots of traffic. Should be a lot of chaotic fun. So if you like chaotic fun, come and join me for that, which will be in about, what I say, oh, I actually have a couple hours, I guess, until we'll depart Dallas, so it's going to be in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. How do you download a plane off of Stream or Steam? I don't know. I've never downloaded a plane off of Steam before. I can't depart sooner because the event doesn't start until 6 tonight. So if we're gonna fly in during full ATC, we'll have to depart. You know, no sooner than like 4:30. Steam. Yeah, like I said, I was lucky enough. Someone gave this plane to me. So I didn't actually get it from anywhere. I didn't get it from Steam or from the developer. But I hope I could answer some of those questions. I'm going to be closing down this stream. So I want to thank everybody for watching. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, make sure to give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell symbol to get notifications for when I go live in the future, like later today when we do a couple 737 flights. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, I'm not forgetting anything. That's it. I'm shutting down the stream. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, here comes the music. Peace out.